An Ohio train disaster and more time spent in Ukraine. Is Biden in for a world of trouble?
The whole world is watching.
This is Not My Party. Brought to you by the Bulwark. Nearly a month after the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, we are still learning about all the ways that the chemicals are impacting the environment and local residents.
Bronchitis, people say their eyes are burning.
Projectile vomiting. He was saying, I need water, I can't breathe.
Do you trust health officials telling you that your water is clean?
There's no way that's safe.
And the Biden administration has come under fire for their response. Some of the critiques are legit, others are BS, and some are kind of split. So let's break it down in a game of legit, split, or bullshit.
Ooh, fun!
All aboard!
Biden's not going to go to Ohio because Ohio's a red state now.
And we've arrived in bullshit Central Station. This take is pushed in right-wing media to advance the conservatives are victims in the face of liberal elites narrative that they're so obsessed with. But it ain't the truth.
That's bullshit.
Here are videos of the Republican governor of Ohio saying he was getting everything he needed from the feds.
What I said to the president is, if I need additional help, we'll tell you, but the people who have been in here from the federal government are doing a very good job.
Look, the president called me and said, anything you need, I have not called him back.
Doesn't sound like a guy who's been abandoned. Remember, big portions of Biden's infrastructure and CHIPS bill have gone to investing in communities like East Palestine, where a lot of people didn't vote for him.
Now, don't you feel silly?
The caricature being pushed by MAGAs of Biden as an uncaring elite is actually just projection. On to the next stop.
It is systemic. It needs some regulation, or we're going to continue to see things like what happened in Ohio.
And here, I'm pretty split. It was the Trump administration who deregulated a train safety rule that would have required special ECP brakes back in 2018. Experts like Stephen Dittmeyer have said that these brakes would have reduced the severity of the damage in this instance. Meanwhile, the National Transportation Safety Board has looked into the derailment and has found another issue: the wheel bearings needing improved sensors.
It's all ball bearings nowadays.
So it seems like the Biden administration could have acted sooner to re-implement regulations that would have mitigated the damage. And now they're backtracking on their early attempts to try to downplay their power in this instance, saying that they'll try to implement new rules ASAP.
I can fix it!
I have my doubts.
Next stop.
Pete Buttigieg, 20 days after the train derailment, finally visits East Palestine, begrudgingly.
We've arrived somewhere completely legit.
Not a good look.
I get Biden and Pete's initial hesitation. You can't fly to the site of every train derailment. There are about 1,000 every year.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's a deadly one from 2017 that Trump never visited. But as the days went on, this crash took on additional emotional resonance due to the scope of the environmental disaster in a place that, let's be honest, has really been left behind by the global economy. I mean, this story is the full Aaron Brockovich.
What is really going on down in there? It just feels like a cover-up.
Now you're in trouble.
In politics, optics matter. It's important, especially for Democrats, to not just have a policy response, but to show people in MAGA America that they are working just as hard for them. Letting Trump get to East Palestine before Peter Biden was a mistake, and maybe the best strategic move that Orangina has made in a real long time.
Oh, come on, Joe.
Let's take it to our last stop, Bullshit Heights.
Joe Biden visiting Ukraine is a slap in the face to every American, especially the people of East Palestine, Ohio. Ukraine is not our friend, and Russia is not our enemy.
This one really gets my blood boiling, with one exception.
You saw President Joe Biden over in Ukraine. Did that make you feel slighted in any way?
Absolutely. That was the biggest slap in the face. That tells you right now he doesn't care about us.
The mayor of East Palestine saying he wanted Biden in his hometown instead of Kyiv, I get. Dude is advocating for his people. But for everyone else, like Josh Hawley, F you.
Douche.
Ukraine is facing the biggest land war in Europe since the Nazis. Joe Biden's visit to Kyiv was historic, and an important signal to the world that we are not gonna bend in the face of Russia's brutal, deadly assault on a free people. Trying to pit rural Ohioans against the besieged people of Ukraine is gross, divisive, and frankly un-American.
Come on, we're better than that.
The Biden administration can and should be able to handle both. And now that Uncle Joe's back on our shores, it's time for him to step up and head out to East Palestine.
Go get him, Joe!
See you next time for more Not My Party. For more episodes of Not My Party, smash that subscribe button. And scan right here to subscribe on Snapchat, where you can get the episodes first and all the Not My Party content you desire.